Legend FM, local love, where we speak to Fijians doing all sorts of innovative things. And you know what? It's not just about Fijians in Fiji, it's about Fijians all over the place. This morning, we are so happy to be speaking with Darren Kamali. He is, well, obviously, he's got roots in Fiji, but he is now based in New Zealand. Darren, good morning.
Yes, Ayanda Vinaka. Good morning, brother Alex. Thanks for having me.
Man, thank you so much for agreeing to join us. We're going to get straight into it. Your new book of collected poems is out, Vunimango and Me. Can we ask, what was the inspiration for Vunimango and Me?
Avunimango and me, bro. I grew up in Suva in Sambola North, Tumbo Street, 17 years before I came to Aotearoa, New Zealand, 92. So most of my writing in Vunimango and Me is about me being about 12 years old to 17 years old coming to New Zealand. So I tried to capture that voice as an adult as well. And I got this book together in the last 7 years. And it's been awesome to be out. And it's a collection of memoir poems.
Cool.
Nice. Darren, we posted a picture on our Facebook page some days ago of the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern holding a copy of your book. How did that happen?
My wife is the minister as well, as a member of parliament. So, we're pretty sort of close. I go down there most of the time. And every now and then, I get to say hello to Jacinda. And just that particular time was the right time. And I had my book on me. And, I signed a copy for her. And it was awesome to have her hold my copy up. And it's really good for the book, too. And it's awesome that she's got a copy and she's reading about my upbringing in Fiji.
Cool. She does seem to have an interest in Fiji, from what I've observed with the Rotuman language week and all. Okay, Darren, next question. We want to know why poetry, why that is the art form you chose, if that's even the right word to work with.
It's only until I come to Aotearoa, New Zealand, that I found poetry, or poetry found me here. I was 23 years old. I came when I was 17, so at 23 I found poetry, and it was mainly street poetry. So I started busking on the streets of Auckland, central Auckland, and and then from poetry, a lot of things can happen from poetry. You can collaborate. There's a lot of multimedia art as well. So I got into music, and I rearranged my poetry into sort of rap, chant, singing, different vocal styles, and then I did my first couple of albums. And then I stepped back into the poetry world, and now I'm published on my third book. So, everything has been poetry from the start until, But it's been a gift from being here in Aotearoa and discovering that talent.
Cool. Yeah, Victoria, you got a question?
Nice. Yes. How would you go about encouraging kids to get into creative writing?
You're a bit blurred there, Victoria. Could you ask that again? Thank you.
Sorry, how would you go about encouraging kids to get into creative writing?
Oh, man, sorry, I think I can't really hear you.
Okay, Darren, I think what she's trying to ask, like, how would you go about encouraging kids to get into creative writing?
Oh, yeah, well, after 15 years, I returned back to university and I've done my bachelor's and my master's in creative writing. But with that, I've been doing workshops with youth in Aotearoa, from Auckland right to Aotearoa since 2004. So I've been doing a lot of workshops with that, and I started the South Auckland Poets Collective in 2008. So since I started my poetry, spoken word and slams and poetry in New Zealand has really come to a fruition, and there's a lot of poets here nowadays. But back in the 2000s, there was really hardly any younger poets particularly Maori and Pacific. But I do a lot of workshops for Michael King Writer Centre here in New Zealand, and the Book Coalition and New Zealand Book Council. So pretty much going into schools and encouraging, especially our Maori and Pacific, to grab a pen and write that as well, because it's very therapeutic. It can be healing for the young people, and it's an awesome platform for the young people to have their voice.
All right, we're speaking with Darren Kamali for our Legend FM Local Love. His new book of collected poetry called Vunimango and Me is now out. Hey, sorry, Darren, just one more thing before we let you get about your days as a poet. You mentioned that you grew up in Tumbo Street in Samambula.
Yes, I did.
Aye. So just so I can name drop some gang. So you know gang like Armstrong and all those kind of gang?
Yeah, we all grew up together, bro. Yeah.
Bro!
Hamza was my best man at my wedding.
Eddie-
Awesome, brother.
Okay, Darren, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Looking forward to see what you do in your upcoming projects. And brother, boy, you know what? Keep it real, man.
Hey, Sabinak Valeu, thank you so much for having me, Alex and Vic. You guys have a good day, and Bula Vinaka to everybody in Fiji. Stay safe, and hopefully this virus pass. Vinaka Valeu.
Naka.